What's up, guys? Back in today with more Kaiju number 8, this time with episode 8 of season, or part 2, I think. Not the greatest episode last night for me. I mentioned my quarrel, so I'm not going to mention it again, but wasn't a massive fan of the action sequences, the music specifically. But story-wise was decent, character-wise was pretty good as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. I did look up who the staff was on the show, and they have done some pretty decent stuff that I recognised in the past. So it does make me question that even more, but yeah. 4-2-1. It's pretty fucking good. That's quite the jump as well. Almost double. Oh, and he just fell over, so. Seems pretty erratic. Which I'm not sure if it's. I'm pretty sure that's promising, but that could be an issue. Yeah. And what was that? What type is that? So he does show a bit of. Yeah, he does show a bit more promise. That's good. I did kind of mention last week it might just always be a background character. Maybe not. I did also say last week you need the background characters. You need to have a strong supporting frame of normal kind of, or relatively normal people that you can get behind. People you can relate to as an ordinary citizen. Just keep plugging away. Sorry, I will just say yet again, there's no sound effects on any of the on anything. Nothing. It's like it's almost stupid at this point, and nothing's making any sound. Like even the shots there, they sound so quiet. Ice snipe. Oh, the quiz. You said no. Well, how? I mean, you can look back at moments in that and think maybe you should have said no, but that is total hindsight. Like, there's no world you would have said no there, especially if you actually believed in it. Yeah, again, the contents of this last couple episodes were pretty good. Just the actual action wasn't so much. That's nice. Big old smiles. Oh, youth. Well, that's honestly, for the job they do, that's not a bad trait. Okay, good job, boys. What is this ability he has exactly? The ability of unstable power levels at peak to crazy levels. What we know so far. Is that the news about Renault? And that's the thing. I know it's more dangerous and he gets more power, so it'd be put into more dangerous situations. But ultimately, if it was just a foot soldier, it'd be the danger level is not a significant amount less, is it? At least now he does have some like more power to fight for himself. Whereas if he was faced with stuff as powerful as he would be facing now, before he got the number 6, it'd be like instant death. So it's not really like too much of a jump, honestly, danger levels wise. think you got to look at it like this. You go from like your chance of dying everyday life is like 5%, we'll say. Then when you join these guys, this defense force, it goes up to 50%. And that's like a huge jump. That's a 10 times jump. But then you go from 50% to 75% once you get one of these kaiju armors, and that's like you look at it and think that's a big jump, but that's only actually a 50% jump. Whereas the jump you took before was 100%. Was it? My maths is terrible. I'm usually pretty good at maths, but yeah, you're like the percentage of the way the amount you're jumping is like you jumped up from 5% to 50%, and then you jump up 50% to 75%, which is, yes, it's a lot more in line of the dangerous, but again, it's a lot less of a big jump. And I might be actually kind of overdoing it by saying 50%, maybe say 60, jump from 50 to 60%. But to counter that, again, you've also got the point of he's getting more powerful as well, so he gets more, like, it's not like he's the same guy, same power level, fighting all this stuff. So yeah, point being, you shouldn't worry too much, because realistically the chance of dying isn't much greater than if he was just like a normal foot soldier. And we know one of the big reasons Renault's doing this is to kind of have Kafka's back, so I understand Kafka's feelings towards her. I'd probably feel the same. But at the end of the day, it's a good thing, I think. That was it. No, do you? Get into the mushy stuff in the end sequence last week. A bit like Michael Jackson. Oh, we saw that with his day off, didn't we? And some lovely stuff on his free time. What was the point of that? Some random car park. Call it gargoyles. Things. Are they gargoyles? I don't know. Statues, we call them. Bloody hell. A long time ago. Kind of looks like the Kaijuu Renault fought earlier. What good is this going to do us exactly? Like, how does this help Kafka at all? So we've actually got sound effects for the hits this time. So it's already better than the last fight. But yeah, how does this help us exactly? It's just left him some steam or something, I don't know. But maybe he can take a bit of this into his Kaijuu form, but I don't know. Decent moves there from Gakka, to be fair. Get the fuck out. That's a disrespectful move. Well, I mean, doing the most dangerous things that inevitably is going to be the case. I guess this is to show that maybe sometimes we don't need to actually transform the Kaijuu number 8. Perhaps we do train so that we don't have to transform quite as much. And we know we've seen Kafka help out by not transforming as well, like in his normal human state. So I guess this isn't pointless per se, but yeah. For generations. Yeah. It's important, but I wouldn't say it's really important. So powering up Kaijuu number 8 is probably more important. How's that? Got a shogun, some kind of old samurai. The fuck's that? Kind of spirit? I'm gonna ghost of the past. Well, that would be really cool. I've always thought. I mean, we had this in the recent Predator. There was like a anthology. I can't remember what it's called. Killer of Killers, I think it might have been. Predator Killers of Killers, and I thought that was a really cool concept. It's a concept that's been going on for a while, ever since Predators came out in 2011, I think. Might have been early 2011. I can't quite remember, but there was a Japanese kind of samurai sword user in that movie, and ever since then people have been thinking, me included, that it'd be really fucking cool to see the Predator kind of go back like in history and see it maybe arrive in like the Edo period or something, or a period with like samurais, and we got that in Predator Killers and Killer of Killers. I didn't especially like the animation, just because I'm more used to Japanese style animation. I much prefer that, but it still was good, and it still like was a really cool kind of proof of concept. But I'd love to see that in live action. I think this would be really awesome. Again, bringing that over to this, I think seeing that kind of 1600s period of Japan kind of take on a kaiju, I'd love to have a flashback to that or something, because I think that'd be really cool. Seeing like these old school like people that like have these primitive weapons and so on, like try and take down a kaiju. I think that'd be absolutely fucking awesome to see. And it's in a very similar vein of what I just mentioned about the Predator. I won't bother sorting out the timer. We've only got a minute left. But yeah, I think this is like some kind of like ghost from the past or something, isn't it? But yeah, that'd be cool as fuck to actually see that. Hopefully we do. Hopefully we do. Yeah, just gonna skip the ending here as usual to Holshina's little podcast. These dudes. Yeah, you guys exist this season. We could see a glimpse of them this episode, didn't we? Bit demanding. Oh really? So they're not even going to get any more screen time than what we saw today. Unlucky guys. Unlucky. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, good episode today. Good episode. I like these moments in kind of ending off from where we started last episode with this fight against this dinosaur guy. Yeah, again, there was just like, it was weird that there wasn't any sound effects during some segments. It was just like just the music and nothing else music wise, like sound wise, which I thought was weird. But nice little end segment here as well. I like the kind of acceptance of Reno and the promise of the redhead dude as well. I did mention last episode that he might just be one of those kind of ground level characters that we kind of keep up to date. And I hope there is. I hope it's not the case that every side character gets some kind of like massive power up and becomes some kind of important, powerful kind of being or something. I hope we do actually have like, again, some surface, like as I say, surface level is not the right saying, but like kind of grounded, normal human beings that can't really fight too well. Like, I hope we still get a perspective in that sense, because that was one of the most interesting draws initially in the series. That it was kind of these kind of lower level guys stepping into this big world, and I think losing that would be a bit of a mistake from the show. It does kind of feel like it's going that way, considering the amount of, again, promise and such that we are seeing from a lot of the side casts. So again, I'm hoping we do have some characters that we can kind of keep up with that aren't like super powerful or anything. But yeah, nice little end sequence here. As I said, I'd love to see some flashbacks to maybe some of the people that are kind of being honoured at this shrine that I'm sure they're like buried here or what. I'm not really sure how it works, to be honest with you, but that kind of prayed for here. We did see some kind of like spirit or like ghost of one of them. So again, that would be absolutely phenomenal, in my opinion, to see a little flashback to that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you next week with episode 9.